Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. I'm going to take a quick look at the markets, what they are looking like, look at the fear and greed index and so on, and draw some conclusions. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. We're not going to do detailed technical analysis, but we'll look at highlights and try to have this as a shorter video. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Let's go on to the fear and greed index first. Here we are in the fear and greed index, and it's an extreme greed situation, and therefore leverage products are not good at this point of time, as I mentioned before. And we go on to the stock market heat map, and we can see that we have a lot of greens in the MAG 5 or MAG 6, whatever you may call it today, except for Apple, which was down. And Tesla, of course, is down minus 0.08%. But there's a sea of red in healthcare and defensive, consumer defensive, as well as insurance area and capital market and financials. And if we were to look at the economic calendar, what happened today was we got the inflation rates, and it came slightly above, and all the economic indicators we got today were more or less vanilla. They didn't change much for the market. So which basically means kind of status quo, and I think the market is getting used to lesser rate cuts, probably starting later, and that's my opinion, down from the 6 rate cuts to 5, and I think they are now probably looking at 4. Now I would like to go into our Nadaq Futures in the TradingView platform here. You can see the futures are already down minus 0.02%. The market is still open, the futures. It's the 29th of February around 8:30 p.m. and the indicators, I'm going into QQQ. I think that I'm seeing a new trend out here. I'm just going to remove or hide the exponential moving averages just so that we can have a cleaner screen. You can see that the momentum is picking up. This is a good sign, and we are anxiously looking to make sure that we don't start lower lows. So the turnaround that happened here today is a very welcome turnaround. We are still below the diagonal line of support of the previous bull channel, which is now going to become a diagonal line of resistance for us. Now we have to see if we are going to form an even steeper bull channel going forward, and it will be interesting to see what happens tomorrow with QQQ. And the VIX is again following the path that we had plotted earlier. It's moving along. I'm expecting it to come down here again tomorrow and then move back up again until it comes to a decision point where this channel will merge with this horizontal line of resistance. That's where VIX will have to take a decision what it's going to do. And that's a long way off. S&P 500 did very well. Dow Jones did well today. And there is plenty of juice left there. US dollar index was down, which is always synonymous with the expectation for lower rates. And Russell's was up 0.7. So when I look at Russell index out here, I have a thought that probably the market is getting strength with a wider participation from smaller companies across the board. Russell was up 0.70, and we are seeing the momentum out here is picking up, and there's plenty of room for the Russell to move up. The RSI is not yet oversold. So I think Russell is going to power and giving us a message that everything is looking hunky-dory. That's my feeling. Of course, these are my personal opinion, not financial advice. So please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions. US oil was up 0.23%, still moving on the diagonal line of support that we created, the bull channel. Put-call ratio is benign. And if you look at the range of support that we have, almost 66% of companies in S&P 500 are above their 50-day average. So there is increased participation in the rally. So overall, the market is saying, yeah, there is a lot of strength and confidence in the market. That's the way I read this. And if we were to go into genomics, all our shares were red, except for DNA, which ended flat, and IMTX, which was up 0.56%. The biggest loser was Bluebird, so I'm really happy I sold off half of my Bluebird holdings yesterday. My Bluebird holdings are still in profit. We were supposed to get their earnings. I have searched for it. The earnings are not yet out. It says 29th February. So with Bluebird, I don't know when it's going to come. Maybe it will be released tomorrow. Once the earnings come in, then we'll get an idea of the what they have earned from Zynteglo, SkySona, and LifeGenia, and the commentary about what they're likely to do in the next quarter. Those things are likely to move the share price. Then we have Beam, which was down equivalent to 9.45%, wiping out all the gains from earlier. It was a sentimental trade. It lost. Editas also the same story, lost. Prime also the same story. It has lost more than it gained. And then Verve also lost a good deal of value, around 5.07% today. And we have Allogene, which was down 4.10%. CRISPR Therapeutics was down 3.95%. CRISPR is moving based on the sentiments, in my opinion. It has got support here at 83.46, and it's going to bounce off from here, and this has become a resistance at 88.09. So I'm going to mark this as a resistance. ArcG was down 2.39%. It has lost more than it gained. In the process, it has filled the gap up out here. We still have a target price of 35.83, provided tomorrow we see a turnaround for ArcG. Intelia was down 2.07%. And we have Caribou Biosciences, which was down 1.62%. Bionano down 1.57%. And Illumina is down minus 0.82%. I think Illumina deserves to do much better than it's doing out here. I'm going to do a video on Illumina separately. I need some time to read that up. It's a good company, and with Grail divestment already finalized, it should pick up. PSEB was down minus 0.72%, and we have Precision Biosciences down minus 0.32%. DNA was flat, and IMTX was up 0.56%. So IMTX has got this resistance at 12.71, but I'm hopeful that it will be able to challenge it once more tomorrow. It's been trying for 3 days. Hopefully tomorrow will be the charm. Next, let's go on to AI. And in AI, FNGU was down minus 2.57%. The lessons that I want to tell you is that we can see FNGU is down minus 2.57%, but if you look at its constituents, Microsoft was up 1.45, Meta was up 1.26, Amazon was up 2.08, Google was up 1.71, only Apple was down 0.37, and Tesla was down 0.08, Nvidia was up 1.87. Now, why is FNGU going down? It's because FNGU is a leveraged product, and therefore it has got a higher risk because it's working on borrowed capital, and as a result of which the market is discounting that risk, and that's why there's a deficit of 2.5 times, or else ideally it should have been a much higher number. So I'm expecting it to bounce back tomorrow. And just like I mentioned that we might probably getting into a steeper bull channel in QQQ, I am thinking that there's going to be a steeper bull channel out here if FNGU falls down from this one. So that's what I'm looking forward to, and I'm going to pull this out further. So it is intersecting out here. So FNGU may travel along this green line and then merge onto this and then go onto the yellow line. That's my expectation going forward. However, the momentum is not looking great out here. It could change on a dime. It's all based on the underlying and the risk expectations. And next, I'd like to look at MSFT. Microsoft is doing well. It's consolidating out here. There was a gap up, but overall the chart is looking good. It can go up further. Then we have Meta, which was up 1.26%. It's in an island of its own. It's doing very well. Chart is looking strong, but the RSI is overbought, so there could be a bit of consolidation before it can move up. Amazon was up 2.08%. There's plenty of room on the RSI for it to move up further. Apple was down minus 0.37, and it's trying very hard to break through 181.95, but it's unable to, and the momentum is also weak. So the market is not favoring Apple, and Apple has dropped the car project, and they need to come up with something concrete about the AI directions so that the market can start rewarding them. Apple has to announce an AI play for that, and that could be in form of AI phones, AI chatbots, and so on. Then we have Google, which was up 1.71%. And friends, I don't think we should get fooled with Google because I think it's in a bear channel. It will go up all the way and then hit 141.13 and then start coming down again, and then it will go up again. This is the way I think it will move because the momentum is still weak, though it is accelerating. It's still below average. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tesla was down minus 0.08 and it has got a resistance at 208.09. And we have Nvidia, which was up 1.87%, very, very slim area of trading. So the volumes are also less comparatively. And then we have AMD, which was up 9.06% on very heavy volumes. It has broken through the resistance out here, and the resistance has now become support. So now we are in blue sky area, I think, because this is beyond the all-time high, and we have RSI almost ready to be overbought. So tomorrow at some point of time it will shoot over the RSI, and it can go all the way up to 79.14% on the RSI in my personal opinion before coming down. So that's good upside for AMD. ARM was up 5.36%. Again, RSI is not yet overbought, but it could go all the way up to 90.36 on the RSI. And we had this bull channel or bull trend on which we have a pennant which has been formed. So it's going to break out on the upside. SMCI, which is Super Microcomputer Inc., has also smartly rallied 6.07% today. Plenty of juice in it for tomorrow. And ASML was up 1.3%, but it's already very close to being overbought. It will have to moderate. Qualcomm was up 1.24%, plenty of juice for it to go up tomorrow. And we have Micron Technology, which was up 1% today, plenty of room for it to go up tomorrow. Which is Cloudflare, was up 1.09% today. Again, momentum is looking decent. It could pick up tomorrow again. And Palantir was up 2.70%, has got possibility to go up further because there is room on the RSI tomorrow. And then we have Broadcom, which was up 0.86%. And the chart looks good. It could move up another few points tomorrow. And then we have Applied Materials, which was up 2.07%. Looking very good for tomorrow. This is a pennant which is formed on a bull channel, so it has to break out on the upside. It will do well. Adobe was up 1.53%. And then we have Intel, which was up 2.52%, and it has converted 42.47 into a support. So that's the story for today, my friends. I tried to keep it short, but it's still 13 minutes. Tomorrow I'll try to make it 10. I think tomorrow I'm going to keep watching, and when I get the opportunity, I will sell FNGU because we are in the high greed or excessive greed stage of the market, and leverage products are bad. I got into it by mistake. I'm still profitable. I'll exit it first thing tomorrow morning unless the market starts going up further. So with that, my friends, I'd like to end this video. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.